This is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude. And I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. I belch loudly for you. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Gonna have a little bit of real talk with you guys regarding myself and the business and everything going on right now. Alright, very quickly.
But right now is the summertime. Sadly, in the summertime, it means YouTube is terrible.
Wah, I'm not making ad revenue. Wah. So I'm making half as much money every day as I just was a month ago on YouTube. I need that money. I really do. I need that money to pay my bills. Everything's got to be about making the almighty dollar. Let's face it, guys. Let's face it. The top guys on YouTube literally cater to children. They dress up like cartoon characters and Muppets. They dance around. They scream at the top of their lungs. They act like idiots.
Bring your best. This world. This world. Come on! KS7 will shove him up the ass. Gotta use the power to stop the motherfucking jackass. Stop the ignorant tailing the shit. You're gonna fuck Solaris. Gotta fucking quick. Alright.
They have a very, very large child viewer base, and children don't have fucking money to buy products. Yet these guys get the most and most profitable advertisements on YouTube, and so these advertisements are highly ineffective. Okay? So that being said, YouTube has had a horrendous time the past 1.5 to 2 years of trying to retain advertisers.
But you know, it makes me very nervous. It absolutely makes me very nervous when I'm working my butt off. What? What? I'm actually the ultimate schizophrenic, and everyone's loving what I'm doing. I'm getting tons of positive feedback, and then I go look and it says, oh, you made half as much money today as you did the past 2 months. Like, wow, well, fuck you. Seriously, fuck you, YouTube. Why am I toxic? The salty tears. Salty, salty tears. And right now, I need money to pay bills. Tipping is really the best way that you can help me out right now, because you guys don't know how to do your fucking jobs. You know, it's their job to go out and recruit advertisements and seek this out to make their website more lucrative for their content creators, and they just don't do it. They don't do a good job of it. They never have. They kind of were like just sat on their asses and wrote algorithms and thought that, oh, let the money roll in. No, that's not how life works. You created the monster, you unleashed the monster, and now your complaint is, well, the monster's too powerful to control. Well, fuck you. That's your fault. That's your fault. You created that business model. You created a flawed business model, and now you're saying there's nothing you could do about it? No, it's your business. You're the one who created that economic situation.
And sadly, those good times just aren't there anymore. So, please guys, if you love what I do, you want to see me continue to be able to do it, and you want to see me get through this very slow summer, you like what I'm doing, please, if you can, show up to the streams, and please be supportive on the streams.
Give me your money. Money, money, money that I gotta spend, spend, spend. Money, 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 money. Plugs, plugs, plugs. Help me, money, money, money. Money, 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 money. Quick buck, quick buck, quick buck. Minimum effort, minimum money and time involved, maximum profit. Milk that fucking gravy train for as much money as you possibly can. Milk and honey, I like to say. I want more money on top of the money that I already made. We need more money. We need more money. That's what this stream is about. Like, my God, please, you gotta tip me because I have no money. The money is mine, and I want the money. It's gross. It's for this. It's not because they love what they're doing. It's not because for the love of the game or because they're true gamers. It's for this. And this is what it's become. It's not about putting out a quality review. It's not about putting out a quality playthrough or quality stream. It's about making this. Anything for this, right? It's greed. It's greed. Greed is massively strong. I have no fucking self-control. Holy fucking shit. Relax. Some people just can't control themselves. When you see the true nature of a person is how they react when they're down or when they fail, not when they succeed. When someone fails and they're facing adversity, then the real person comes out. And that's how you determine the real mettle of someone, right? And who they really are.
Just want to bring this up because a lot of you guys don't know what happens behind the scenes, right? And I just want to bring it up so you know what's happening and know that I'm heavily relying on you guys to be supportive here on the streams to really get by in the next few months. You know, once we hit September-ish and all the advertisement revenue picks up and there's a ton of new releases and people are coming out to watch them anyway, that's great, but I really need your support right now during these slower summer months on YouTube, okay?
Listen, I am no moral authority on anything, folks. I love begging. Hey, money is money. One thing I think about, money is money, yeah.
The Honest Troll. Cheers said, are we ever going to get an update on the issue you alluded to but couldn't talk about? Right now, I don't have any updates. If and when I have updates and I can talk about something, I'll always tell you guys. If I have nothing that I can talk about, I won't tell you guys. It's that simple. But yeah, you know, sadly, I'm in a situation where once again, things were actually going quite good. And then I got bad news about something that I cannot control, has nothing to do with anything that I've done wrong or anything like that. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Again, out of fucking nowhere, some bad news. And basically, I'm in the midst of dealing with all of that, alright? If and when I have more information for you guys, I will let you know. But I'm not going to jump the gun and tell you guys stuff until I absolutely know what's going on with something. That would be a waste of my time, so.
I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct.
Continuing on, the Lollipop Cheer says, but noticing you call fans friends, it's great. It shows connection between us and you. Some people can't be your friends because of drama or whatever. We will gladly be your friends. You know, it's funny. Obviously, with any of you guys, I can't have a personal close relationship. You guys know that. You know? Talking with hundreds, if not thousands of people over the internet on a daily basis, there's no way that I can have a personal close relationship with you guys. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean that I'm not eternally grateful for the fact that you guys have supported me the way that you have in the last 10 years. The fact that you guys continuously come out, and when things go wrong, you basically rally against the bullshit with me. It would be very hard for me to not call you guys my friends when you guys have helped me out the way you have, alright? Now, obviously, it's not a close personal relationship. You know, some people, I want to be so close with Phil, I want to hang out with him. It's not going to happen.
That guy needs to be kicked in the freaking balls. He's an asshole.
You know, but for guys, those of us who, digitally, we're here every day on stream, and we're hanging out, we're having fun, we're talking, and everything, and having interactions, it's really awesome. I really do feel like I have a closer connection now than I ever did before.
Are you all my close personal friends that we can all hang out with in real life? No, of course not. But do I consider you guys really, positive supporters and a big influence in my life? Absolutely. And I want to say thanks for the money, dummies, because that's exactly what you fucking are. A bunch of fucking empty-headed idiots who paid me money to get absolutely nothing out of it. Thanks. Wow.
The Lollipop cheered again. He said, from your point of view, do you think it's fine to get help from chat? And again, that you get stuck on not knowing what to do? Because if you do say it's okay and it makes sense, people would be like, chat is ruining another playthrough. Well, you're right. Listen, Lollipop, from what I've determined over the years, there's no way you can please all of the people all of the time. Because here's the deal. Let's say I'm playing a game that's very cryptic and or very challenging because it's an old school game that maybe doesn't have a lot of the modern gameplay mechanics that we have today to make games more manageable for the common gamer. And I may get stuck on a part. Well, here's the deal. If I sit here and I rage at a part of a game and cannot get by it, and I spend 2-3 hours on it, there's a certain kind of person who would laugh hysterically and say, this is hilarious, this is exactly what I wanted, Phil raging and not progressing, har har har. That's the kind of person, I hate to say it, sadly they laugh at you rather than with you.
Oh my god.
Alright, but they exist. Then you've got the person who's like, man, I really just wanted to see Phil play this game. He's stuck on this fucking part of the game for a long ass time. It's obvious he's not going to figure this shit out. I really like to help him out so we can progress and get stuff moving onto better and new content rather than just sitting here and seeing him suffer. Okay? This is a person who probably is a way more supportive in a positive manner of myself and me, my content, etc. They want to have, you know, fun and progression rather than just rage and being stuck, okay? And it's a mix, right? You're always going to get that mix. You're going to get that natural mix, all right? What I would say is...
Do I want people constantly holding my fucking hand? Of course I don't. I want to legitimately experience these games and have fun with them. I'm good at lying. I'm hypocritical.
Every waking moment, I don't want someone jumping up and saying, this is how you do this, this is how you do this. Oh, that's easy, do this. Here's a trick for what's coming up next. No, I'd rather tackle everything legitimately, all right? And then, if I can't figure it out, then someone helps me. Perfect example here. Sims Hit and Run. You know, there were some parts of that game that were very cryptic and very, you know, very annoying. There's no way I'm going to figure this out unless I try it 20, 30 times in rage. Oh, then someone in stream chat says, well, Phil, actually, the game doesn't tell you this, but if you take the first turn instead of the second that it tells you to do with the GPS, it's a shortcut that allows you to win the race easily, so you're not stuck on this race for like 40 minutes. Oh, good, thank you, and then I beat the race. And then some people in stream chat are happy. They're like, thank God, because we didn't want to see Phil get stuck on that forever. We want to see the rest of the game. And there's other people who are just negative dicks. They're like, we can't see him cry in rage for like a day. Me.
Oh, you're gonna get salt. It's, even now, again, my mouth overpowered with salt flavor.
And you know what? Like I said, you're always going to have that element, and you're always going to have that mix. It's unavoidable. After 10 years doing this, I know that. But I don't want it to be either of the polar opposites. Number one, I wouldn't want it to be where someone completely holds my hand in a game, and I never fail because I'm constantly just being told how to play it. On the flip side, I don't want my streams to become, well, everyone's a dick, and no one likes me, and everyone's just being nasty to me so that I can just rage as much as I do. And you know what I mean? Like, either way, to me, I don't think would be enjoyable. It's about finding that happy middle-of-the-road medium where you get everyone... gets a little bit of what they want. The people who want the rage get a little bit of that, and then the people who want to see progression get that eventually. That's what I think the key to being successful is, okay? So, that's my take on it. For 10 years of being a content creator, that's kind of how I feel about it, okay?
Amazing.
Alright, Lollipop Cheers, she says, I've been seeing in recent playthroughs sometimes you dance or say funny stuff or make faces. It's funny that you do some of the things that you claim fake YouTubers do. It shows that a person who does like games can be interesting to see. Listen. Here's the thing, Lollipop. Alright? And here's the difference between what I say, and do, and versus what I'm criticizing.
This is the United States of Phil. I am the supreme being. I make the rules, and what I say goes. This is not a place for you to stand on your soapbox and complain about censorship and freedom of speech, because the bottom line is you don't have freedom of speech. This is my land.
Because again, when you oversimplify something, you basically... definitely misinterpret it, alright? If you're genuinely playing a game, and something crazy and zany happens in the game, and you react to it in a crazy or zany way because it's so over the top, that's a legit reaction, that's fun. That's always what I've been about. Having legit and fun reactions to stuff going on in games. If you've actually watched my playthroughs over the years, I do sing every once in a while when I'm in a good mood, or there's something going on in the game, that warrants it, I'll sing during it, I'll make a silly face if something weird is going on in a game, but that's all genuine reactions to what's going on in the game. If you watch my content, you'll notice I'm not doing it every 3 seconds. You know what I mean? I'm a very normal guy who'll have very normal reactions, sometimes over the top to things that are ridiculous in the game, or if I'm really angry at a part of a game that I've died on a million times, yes, I'll lose it, and I'll rage, and I'll swear, and I'll flail my arms just like anyone else would. But I'm not doing it every possible fucking second, and I'm certainly not making a montage of my content to only highlight those over-the-top moments. That's the difference between me and the people I criticize on YouTube.
Very, very hypocritical. That's just fucked in the head, dude. That's not normal mental behavior. I'm playing a woodwind instrument. I'm Japanese. When I was a child, I was very different than the other children. I went to a comic book store one day with my parents, and the Wolverine figure was there. And I turned to my mother and father, and I said, guys, listen, I want that action figure for my birthday. So, please, what I would ask you, I've never asked you to do this before. We know how rare that figure is. We know we've been to stores endlessly, and we've never seen it in the flesh. It's finally here in front of our faces. Please buy the figure now. Hide it from me for months until my birthday, and give it to me on my birthday. And so, like, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks in a row, they still didn't buy it, right? Week 4, we go back. It's gone. So my birthday came and passed, and guess what? My parents go, "We're very sorry, Philip, but we couldn't find the action figure." I said, "I told you to buy the figure. Why don't you listen to me?" Like, it was such a no-brainer. All they had to do was buy it then. They could have been it forever. I would have never bugged them for it till my birthday. I knew I was going to get it on my birthday. Because they didn't buy it, I didn't get it. I did eventually get it, but it was the second run. And, of course, now it's a year later. Do you really think that something I wanted a year ago is as valuable as, you know, but then I was already starting to move into other stuff. And, yes, I see someone asking in the chat, yes, my parents did have the money to buy it. They were just fucking stupid. You know, back in high school, I was on a cocktail of medications. I mean, real talk, when I was in high school at one point, I was to the point where I was losing it. I wanted to either go do something drastic or, you know, go nuts. There was a girl who I was, like, obsessed with for a while.
When I say top gaming YouTubers who act like cartoon characters, I literally mean it. These guys purposely dress a certain way, dye their hair a certain way, act and talk a certain way with certain mannerisms, certain over-the-top reactions, screaming at the top of their lungs, jumping, flailing, doing weird things, constantly on camera.
Oh my god! Oh my god! What was that? What was that? That was the messiest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life. What the fuck? Oh my god!
What the fuck? Whoa! Whoa! To become a cartoon character that children will watch. Why do you think PewDiePie is popular? It's not because he was some intellectual fucking guy who added anything to games. Because back in the day, he acted like a cartoon character. He kind of looks like a cartoon character. And kids watched his cartoonish content. And he became virally popular. Now, am I saying innately that content is bad? No. There's a place for it. There's obviously an entertainment factor, alright? But personally, as a 36-year-old adult, I don't like that content. And so it's my personal opinion to say I don't like that, and it's up to you to determine if you like it or not. But I don't support that content. I don't like it. I don't think it's genuine. I think it's purposely fabricated in order to create a certain younger viewing audience to come and watch a video and basically make those people rich. Which I think is preposterous because, as I've said many times, the ad revenue on YouTube is not catered towards children. The advertisements running on those videos is a lot of the times for adults. You know, I'm pretty sure a kid isn't going to run out and buy a fucking SUV. You know what I mean? But if you watch the advertisements on Grammarly, oh yeah, learn how to properly write and read, children aren't going to purchase Grammarly. So why is this running on a gameplay video a child would watch? And that's the problem with YouTube's ad algorithms. They give ads to people who are making content for people who don't buy shit. And that's how these people became popular and became rich. And it's ridiculous, in my opinion. But again, that's my opinion. I'm entitled to it. You know, I'm certainly not trying to personally insult anyone or anything.
Fuck that, Phil. You are a dirty, rotten liar.
I'm just saying, if you're constantly overacting and you're constantly overdoing it to cater to a younger audience, well, that's not content that I support. You know, if it were a valid reaction, right, that would be one thing. The problem is these people aren't doing that, and they know it. I mean, just look at their content for 5 minutes, and you'll see how ridiculous it is, right? So there you go. But anyway, that's why, you know, again, what you're saying, Lollipop, and your cheer is incredibly simplified. You're trying to make the world black and white, which it's not. It's not. Every single person who makes a face or has an over-the-top reaction or whatever is a clown. No, that's not true. That's not true at all. I've never said that. But you're making it oversimplified, probably because you're trying to make me look like a hypocrite, which I don't appreciate. But it is what it is. You're always going to have people like who are going to try to spin shit negatively instead of actually intelligently and logically applying logic and reason to an argument. You just try to make it black and white, and it doesn't work. And you'll learn that when you get older. But I think you got to mature up a little bit before you understand stuff like that.
Phil said one thing 10, 15 years ago. Phil says something today. They're not exactly the same. He's hypocritical. In order to be a good winner, you have to know how to be a good loser.
Woomy Cheered said, yes, do worry about putting good content here and worry about the coins and pocket later. Do find ways to make billion-dollar bills, but don't make it the number one thing. I agree. For me, I've always said this, for me.
Yes, money is a priority. It has to be. I have to pay the bills to stay here and do this as a job. Let me fucking unleash the beast. That's it, I'm going beast mode. Ah! You feed me more. Feed me, Seymour. Feed me. Help! Save the pig. What the heck? A pig with a party hat. Hello, Mr. Piggy. Ziggy Piggy. Save the pig, the game. The whole game you're trying to save the pig's life. Help! Holy fucking shit. Relax. Some people just can't control themselves. I need a sip.
But if I'm not enjoying what I'm doing, if I don't feel the content I'm putting out is entertaining or fun for me or you, then I don't think there's any point in doing it, you know?
I know you're lying.
Why do you think, guys, I still have stayed true to my colors? I don't do the highlight reel kind of shit, you know? I don't cater to all the YouTube tropes that make things, you know, popular. I never have, and I'm never going to. I am who I am, you know? And I'm happy that after 10 years, I'm still here and able to do this for a living. While many, many other people have had to pack it up and or completely change who they fucking are in order to keep it going, I don't have to do that. I can just, you know, do what I love and keep going thanks to your support, so thank you for that.
I just play games. I'm here to play games and have fun. I'm not here to be a whore. Alright? I'm not here to beg you for money. Tips, I needed them pretty badly. I prefer tips, and right now I need money to pay bills. I need that money to pay my bills. Yes, I do need to do fundraising during streams in order to pay my bills because this is my job and I need to keep stuff going, right? Your support right now with cheers, subs, and tips is paying the bills.
All right, try a Gemi? Boy, I cannot read this name. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. But he cheered and said, Phil, you got lucky. I'm trying to buy a house in Washington State, but now they all cost $300,000 or more. Even for a small shack, baby boomers really destroyed the housing market for our generation. Yeah, no, it's absolutely true, and this is what people don't seem to understand. Still to this day, people are like, man, Phil's financially in a bad position. He really screwed himself when he moved across the country. He shouldn't have done that. If you guys don't realize it, you know, what I did was very smart, because I did research, and I found out that the houses in this area were very, very exponentially growing in value. And what I keep telling you guys is very true, that if I can tough through the next, say, 2-3 years, and I can keep paying my bills, I can pay my taxes, I can stay where I am.
The bottom line, guys, is I hope that I can continue to be here and entertain you and be honest with you about games on a daily basis, you know, forever. As long as I want to do it, as long as I'm capable of doing it. I love this. I may be living month to month, paycheck to paycheck, begging for fucking tips and shit on stream for the rest of my life.
And I'm not, by the way, I don't have money, so I'm not going to be able to spend a lot of money or grow and do fun stuff that I want to do, like go on a vacation. None of that. I just have to tough it out. But if I can tough it out for several years here, the value of my house is going to keep increasing, and hopefully I'll then be able to use the equity that I have in my home to pay off a lot of my debt, and then I'll be back in a good position, and I won't have financial troubles anymore. But I have to tough it out. That's what I'm really trying to do right now, is stick with it. You know, if I could stay here for another 2, 3, 4 years and tough through a few tough years where, yeah, things will be very tight and we're going to live tentatively. I'm sure we're going to have financial issues every once in a while. Like you guys know, every once in a while I got to bring shit up and you guys help me out. But if I can get through all that and the home value keeps going up, I should be all right. All right? I knew what I was doing. I was looking at home values in Texas and Florida. Those were not doing well at all. And I was like, now, wait a minute. Washington's the opposite. Washington State is the hot place. All younger people are trying to come out here to work. A lot of the reasons because of Seattle, and there's a lot of tech jobs out here. It really is a place, good investment for property. All right. So, yeah, even though right now things kind of suck, if I can fight through a lot of the hardship I'm in now, things are going to turn out better in the long run, and that's what I'm striving to do, okay?
Wow.
Ben Boxer, cheers. In the future, do you plan on refinancing your mortgage? That's actually what I want to do, Ben Boxer. What I want to do is I want to hold out, even though I'm in a bad financial position now. I want to hold out to the point where I have a lot of equity built in my house, because I have good equity now, but not enough to use because of the incredible amount of debt in my name. I want to build up enough equity in the home that I can refinance the mortgage and put all my shit debt, right, all the stupid credit card debt and all this crap into the mortgage, which will dramatically reduce my monthly payments and raise my credit score, to which case, guess what? I'm liquid again. I'll actually be able to have money and do stuff. Because the bottom line is, it's not that I don't make a lot of money, it's that I'm in too much fucking debt. I'm up to my eyeballs in it. And I gotta find a way out, and that's really my way out, is to stick in here. Because the bottom line is, if I sell the house now, it's not enough to take care of everything. I'd have to finance a move, which I don't have the money for. You know, I can't get rid of my stupid, shitty money pit condo in Connecticut. I'm stuck with that fucking piece of shit. So really, the only thing to do here is to hold out with the house in Washington here. So.
Well, that's the pigeonhole you put yourself in. That was your active choice, and that's your fault. And instead, look in the mirror and realize you're the one who did this to yourself. And maybe if you were just honest with yourself, you wouldn't be so miserable. There you go.
Eternal Napalm did a 225-bit cheer, which makes him the top cheerer for today. He says, how much must someone's life suck to spend dozens of hours mocking and creative rip-off content of someone that they allegedly hate? Well, Eternal Napalm, what I hate to say is I think there's different levels of fandom. I really do, at least from what I can see from my 10 years on the internet, okay? And sadly, from what I've seen, is that there are people who are fans of people because they genuinely like them, and there are people who are fans of people because they actually don't like them, and they want to see the train crash. Let me put it that way.
3. Celebratory toast. Everyone, if you have a drink, raise your glass with me, or your can, or your chalice, or your flute, whatever it is that you may drink from. Let's have a celebratory toast to being done with that fucking shit. Salud.
There are content creators out there that people are like, wow, I know him. He's very, from the internet. He's infamous.
He was the guy that got caught masturbating in front of children.
It's the guy watching his Twitch.
Is that really him? Is he the one that got caught, Matt?
Yes.
Really?
And then they want to go get a picture with this guy, right? They want to shake his hand. But then as soon as they go out of the personal realm of in real life, they go back online, they shit all over this person, whatever. It's ridiculous. Like, there's some people who get their jollies trying to bring down others who are successful. So they look at someone like me, they look at, someone who else kind of a similar situation, who maybe has a following on the internet but isn't necessarily held up in the highest positive regard. It's time to jump on the bandwagon and crap on someone, right? So let me take their videos, edit them or whatever, and now you feel like you got an accomplishment out of it because you got thousands of views on a video that's complete bullshit just because you wanted to get attention for yourself because you couldn't do it for yourself.
Nothing that a person does in one of those videos is any kind of actual talent at all. I'm being real honest with everyone. Just making an edited YouTube video is very easy. Doing live improv reactionary commentary is tough. The hard shit is sitting here playing the raw games. That's the hard part. Streaming is way harder than just editing videos for YouTube. Okay? It is. Real talk.
And that's sad. If they could actually get noticed for something they could do themselves, they probably would, but they can't because they have no talent. So instead, they just try to bring down others who obviously have talent, or they wouldn't be known to begin with. And that's a really sad, pathetic way to go through life, but that's how a lot of people do it. What can I say? Like I said, there are different kinds of fans. And even though a lot of people hate me, I still have to say they're probably my biggest fans because they watch all my shit,
What pasta do you prefer? I prefer a penne. Oh! Easy to eat. Oh! Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a beggar. Phil's a racist. Phil's a scammer. DSP's a pedophile. DSP is a thief. DSP is a greedy fuck.
This guy's a bitch.
I have a micro penis. Alright, I'm not dead, but I swear to God I wish I fucking was.